So, hello everyone.
So,
This is Sean,
and Liam
and we are
of the Canada Podcast.
back again for the 9th episode.
That's right. There's something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, again, we've been talking in a couple of episodes a little bit about this whole Iran war thing. And I think in the last episode we were kind of debating about what we would do if we were in this situation, trying to come up with some solution for this.
I still have no clue really what's going on over there. I haven't really been keeping.
Okay. Well, the latest news is that Trump has, quote unquote, initiated a ceasefire.
Mm-hmm.
But yet the Strait of Hormuz is still blocked, and they have ships in the Strait of Hormuz that are preventing anyone from passing. I'm talking about U.S. ships, and the Iranians are claiming that the strait, which is supposed to be freely traversable water, right? Like this is considered the ocean.
Like no one really owns that.
Correct, but Iran doesn't think so.
Yeah.
So now the latest situation was during their quote unquote ceasefire, Iran tried to get two of their oil tankers through the strait, and the U.S. shot at them, missile fire, literally, to prevent them from going where they wanted to go. So Iran fired missiles on U.S. ships.
Wait, did it hit the U.S. ships?
I believe so, but it wasn't
That's not good.
It wasn't like major damage or anything. It doesn't sound like for any of these situations. But this is during what's supposed to be a ceasefire.
That's not too good, man.
No.
I've heard that the U.S. really likes their boats.
Yes, indeed.
They don't like it when people touch their boats.
Especially Trump.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
So here we are in this situation again, and now supposedly they've sent again yet another proposal. They're sending proposals back and forth. These multi-point. I think the last one from the U.S. was a 14-point proposal.
I mean, if they're shooting on military vessels, it's definitely going to escalate, in my opinion.
So,
like, they do not like that.
Either country doesn't like this,
yeah.
right? So and then and by the way, Israel is back in full force launching bombs on Lebanon, and Hezbollah. So, which Iran didn't want them to do. So I don't know why they're calling this a ceasefire.
Yeah.
And
if they're still shooting.
Exactly.
Well, I guess it's a ceasefire between the country of Iran, but I guess the Strait of Hormuz is still fair game. Do whatever you want in there.
I guess. And again, it's this, we're down to this situation. But the good news is that it looks like some of the UN countries are involving themselves. So Great Britain and France have sent ships to that region.
Yeah.
So France has sent a big, giant nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. I believe there are aircraft on it. And UK, England has sent at least one or maybe a couple of destroyers.
Because like what percent of the world's oil reserves comes through there?
It's like 30% or something. Yeah. It's a crazy.
That's why like everyone's.
Yeah, and Europe needs the oil, and China and so on, but
is China allied with Iran?
Yeah,
is that a thing? Okay.
Yeah.
So Iran's probably trying to send ships up to China or something.
Or what exactly, and it's money that it's revenue for them. The U.S. doesn't want them to have any revenue
if no one else can have
it. And also if they don't comply, right? Yeah. So again, we're down to this situation where
it sounds like a bunch of like elementary school kids fighting over a toy.
Well, and
Like,
also,
I want it. No, it's mine.
yeah, and it's all about this nuclear stockpile that they have. Again, this uranium, this enriched uranium, right? So I think the red line in all actually now I think Iran has made two red. There used to be one red line, and it was just the uranium, and eliminating Iran's nuclear program. I mean, that was what Trump wanted, and frankly, I think that's a good thing, personally, because you can't have this, nuclear weapons in the hands of a militant religious nation of terrorists, at least run by terrorists. I'm not saying that Iran is full of terrorists, but I think their government is very much sketch,
Yeah.
But then so now you have.
So there's American ships and Iranian ships both blocking different sections of the strait.
Correct. Iranian ships more in the strait, and then the U.S. ships more at the mouth of the strait. I think. Okay. Because I think they tried to go in, but then the Iranians tried to attack them.
They flushed them back.
So they went back. I think.
No, you can't come in here.
Yeah, this is our strait. So I think now the red line in the negotiations, which is not being able to be overcome, is on top of the uranium, which Iran says it's their right to be able to enrich uranium and do what they want with their nuclear program.
Yeah.
It's also the Strait of Hormuz, because Iran now realizes that this is a potential way for them to get out of some economic catastrophes that they've been having with sanctions on the country. So because then they can just charge, that's what they were doing. They were tolling ships to go through. I think for an oil tanker they were charging $2 million.
And it's not. They don't. And it's international waters. It's
Correct.
like anyone's.
Correct.
They're essentially like mafia.
Yeah.
Going from store to store, telling people they need protection.
You got it.
They're just hassling people.
So this is the other point, and I think the U.S. is just saying this is
ridiculous.
This is ridiculous. And now other countries are coming in. So hopefully now things will go. I think things are going to get worse before they get better. But with more UN countries coming in and applying pressure, like England and France, and hopefully some other countries will step in and involve themselves, this will hopefully lead to
not a world war.
Well, I don't think I really can't imagine that this
escalate that.
But I do think that
But
what happens
it is 30% of the world's oil, which is kind of needed.
Yes, and what happens to if you corner a wild animal, what are they going to do?
I wonder if they're ever going to come up with a way to move stuff that doesn't involve ships. Like if they'll invent a mega drone that does it really efficiently or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because airplanes, it's not. I don't think they're super efficient. The cargo planes we have now.
Yeah,
they can't bring that much stuff. Ships can bring tons of stuff across the ocean.
Yeah, well, especially and when you're talking about oil, right? You need giant oil tankers.
It's so heavy.
Yeah, you can't.
Oil. Exactly. What is it, 50,000 barrels or something?
Yeah. One oil tanker, right, carries so much oil. Yeah. So anyway, that's the update. I think we're back to a situation where this is probably
it's never been not that. I feel like every day it's like threats on one another. Trump's we're gonna annihilate the country, and then 2 weeks later we're gonna postpone it again to another time. Yeah, Iran's we're gonna destroy everyone in the strait.
I mean, it's definitely so. I think Trump thought very naively that Iran would just
take his bluff,
be crushed by his threats.
Yeah.
And his threats were crazy. I mean, his threats were we're going to bomb every bridge and building, and we're going to send you back to the Dark Ages and the end of Iranian civilization and all this stuff. Right?
You think there's a chance that Israel might actually start doing it?
Start doing what? Bombing bridges and stuff in Iran?
Yeah.
I don't think Israel will do anything
unless they're provoked.
As long as the US is still there.
Yeah.
I would suspect that all bets would be off if the US one day says, well, we're out of here and you're on your own. You know, you're on your own to do. But I don't think,
because imagine the millions of dollars it's taking to have those ships at the Strait.
The U.S. ships,
oh, for sure. How many soldiers are on?
Well, yeah, and you're feeding them and taking
personnel are on those.
Not
ships.
Just that, but weapons too and everything, right? I mean,
maintenance.
I don't know what it costs to fire a missile.
I think
I'm sure it's expensive. You know?
Like millions to maybe hundreds of thousands to millions per missile.
Yeah, you know. So yes, that's expensive, but as we said, I think it's too late for Trump to leave. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that.
He's probably getting a lot of pressure from all over the world because like the oil is kind of necessary. The prices
there's
are insane now.
There's that pressure, but there's also his self-imposed red line for negotiation, right? Like if Iran doesn't agree to stop making nuclear weapons, like to stop their nuclear program, right? To give up their enriched uranium and stop all centrifugation and all this kind of stuff, then what was the point of all this, right? Like that was his whole thing of being involved with this, right? So and now it's the Strait of Hormuz on top of this, right? Yeah. So I think my suspicion is that this will lead to a
bigger conflict.
Probably a bigger conflict and hopefully a fundamental shift in the government, like the way, you know, and maybe it will be a UN, you know, run initial transition to because the people there are suffering, Liam, right? Like the government this government doesn't care about their citizens,
and I'm sure the pressure is mounting because like even here, like before all of this started, it was costing me like $60 a week.
Yeah.
To fill my car, get to work, and back every day. Now it's costing $90.
Yeah.
Which is like quite a bit more.
Yeah. It's crazy.
$90 to get to and from Montreal.
Yeah.
Where it takes you like how much per week, you think? With public transit?
Oh, public transit, it's $25.
Exactly. Like it's insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's I mean, if there's one good thing that might come out of this in terms of domestic, like North America and Europe and so on, it's that it might just encourage more people to really try and
start making our own oil stuff.
Well, that, and also to use public transit more, right? Like to actually just use public transit.
And we're lucky here because in Quebec, like Quebec is known for their hydro. Like we have so much running, like flowing water, rivers.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest rivers ever.
Yeah.
Like St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
We have
plus all the tributaries, the Hudson Bay. Like there's water all around.
We have
dammed up.
We have dams all over the place.
We use for hydroelectricity.
Our electric is super cheap here, but the rest of Canada, America, like
they need
all over the world. They need oil. They need fossil fuels to get their electricity.
At least for now. I mean, the other thing that the good thing that will come out of this is also as a world society for us to become less dependent on oil too, right? So solar energy, but nuclear fission, you know, this kind of stuff, you know.
Which one's the good one?
Fission.
Fission?
Yeah.
Or is it fusion?
No, fusion. Sorry, fusion.
Fusion. Yeah.
Fission is in nuclear power plants now. Actually.
Yeah,
that's fission.
But to go back to the oil stuff, and then we'll come back to that. Is that like it must be killing people? Like people were already struggling before this. Yeah. Now the electric bill must be insane.
Yeah.
Like next level. Plus car, plus like transport.
Oh yeah.
Plus everything else. Like some companies need oil for their
Well, especially
instruments,
like anything in the transportation industry, Liam, like the airlines,
like
there are airlines that are going out of business because
airlines, Uber must be like starting to be unsustainable now.
Yeah.
Taxis.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine as an Uber driver, like if they didn't up the fares for Uber drivers to compensate for the cost of gas, they're making almost nothing. They're making way less than they were, right? Especially on short trips, you know.
And they're making way less, and now everything else is going up.
Exactly. You know,
it's just really hard. But for nuclear, that could be an option in the future for sure.
Nuclear.
I don't think fusion is there yet.
But there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I really haven't researched this, but I do know there's been more and more information in the news about successes in fusion. So
I know that with fission, the whole thing with fission is that
well, you end up with waste, like these rods.
Yeah,
from nuclear power.
You get these like really bad nuclear waste at the end.
Yeah.
That
you have to bury it. Like, it has to go to these sites,
and it takes thousands of years to disappear.
Exactly.
It has a massive half-life.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take forever for it to disappear. So there's all this land that we can't go near.
Exactly.
That's contaminating the water around it.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. I think they're pretty good with how they store
build
this
like
stuff.
a concrete.
Bunkers. It's like bunkers. But what if there's a massive earthquake? Like, you never know what could happen. Exactly. Right. Like, it's dangerous.
It would contaminate the water shelf.
So to have other, you know. And again, I think we're way behind in terms of solar. I think solar is the way to go, but we'll see what happens. You know,
but yeah, solar is in the future.
Yeah,
when we start getting solar power in space,
that'd
be crazy.
But I think it's bound to happen, right? Like, it's the most obvious source of energy, right? We have the giant ball of energy. Just
when we create a Dyson sphere, we're set forever.
Yeah. Exactly.
A Dyson sphere is like a giant sphere that would go around the sun that would collect all of its energy.
Yeah.
We'd just be set forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would give us the option to create more Dyson spheres even.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But on Earth, fusion, the only byproduct of fusion, I think, is like water, fresh water. No, not radioactive.
Yeah.
Maybe other stuff like minerals and stuff, but it's not radioactive after the reaction.
Correct. Exactly. And supposedly it's kind of self-sustaining. You're almost creating a mini sun, if you will.
Yeah. Essentially, it is a sun reaction. It's, it's hydrogen reacting to form helium, I think.
And then helium to form higher elements. Like, that's how it works, right? You know, that's exactly how it works. And we have an overabundance of these elements
all over. And I know that some people have managed to create fusion reactions.
Right.
And it generates a lot of power too.
Absolutely.
But I don't think they've been able to sustain them for that long yet, but they're getting closer.
Yeah. So, you know, and then if we have this new source of energy that's abundant, then we won't worry about the Middle East anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like all of what's happening now will just go away.
And alternatively, there's also antimatter, but I haven't researched it nearly enough to know. Yeah. All I know about antimatter is that it has an insane amount of energy in it, like crazy amounts. Yeah. And people have been able to make it, but in tiny amounts and for like.
And then it just disappears. Exactly, because it reacts with matter.
Yeah, they generate it and it disappears after 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So,
but if we manage to actually make some, and I don't know how much power it takes to do that, that could be another option.
Yeah. So there's good reason to be optimistic. Right now, the current situation in Iran is looking a little bleaker than it did.
Current world political climate.
Yes, but. You know, at least UK and France are now involving themselves, and hopefully greater minds will now prevail. So we'll see how things go.
Hopefully an alien invasion comes and we all unite.
and then we all just unite.
Yeah, and the
against
world,
the aliens.
Yeah, and the world explodes.
No. So speaking of wars and reasons why wars happen, I thought we'd broach the topic of religion a little bit, Liam. So,
and wars have happened historically, quite a bit based on this. I'm just gonna preempt this is our opinions.
Yes.
This is just our personal opinions. We're not saying, nothing we say is like the truth or like based in like ultimate fact. It's just our opinions.
Yeah.
On the matter.
Exactly.
So
what's your opinion, man?
I've said it previously, but I'm agnostic, which means I'll only believe in something when I have definitive proof of it.
Yeah.
I can't just. I physically am not able to blindly just believe in something.
Right.
That I don't see, I don't feel.
But you gotta believe it.
Yeah. What I've heard from other people who are religious, and I'm perfectly fine. Like I have no bad, like no qualms with religion.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Like you're not critical of people who are religious.
Yeah. Unless your religion has like rules in it that degrade others or harm others.
Right.
Like if your religion makes you like hurt people from another religion, right. I'm not for that at all. Mm-hmm. If your religion makes you treat a different minority group worse than others, again, I'm not for that at all.
Right.
But the majority of the time, religion is all about like peace and like helping others. It has good morals, good values.
Yeah.
Personally, though, there's nothing I've seen that proves it for me.
Okay. And when you say it, what do you mean? That there's a man in the sky that's looking down on us and watching everything we do?
That there's your man in the sky.
Right.
Like there's countless different religions all over the world.
Yeah.
And they all say that they are the one true religion. Not everyone says that.
Catholics, Anglicans. I mean, the two biggest ones are Muslim versus
the monotheistic religions. The big three are like Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. I think.
Yeah.
Essentially, that all three of them believe the same thing.
Yeah. Like
with different rules and different values and stuff.
Yes.
But they all believe in the same God.
Yep.
And I'm not 100% certain of this, so don't get mad at me if I get stuff wrong, but they all believe in the same one God. It's all in chronological order.
Yep.
It differs when it comes to Jesus. There's a lot of differing things in those three religions.
Indeed.
But they all believe there was this one God, and he did all these things, and he created the world. But they all think that the other religions are like incorrect.
Right.
They're like, your religion is wrong, mine is right.
Right.
Because this, because the Bible, because
and then what's happened is they've used their own interpretations of their religion and the various credos and written texts in the religion to wage war against each other.
Yeah. You know? That and like the whole, like the 10 commandments, the 10 big rules, or the big rules of every religion is don't kill people.
Yeah.
And then in the past, people have killed a ton of people over religion.
Yeah.
So that was a big downfall in my head for why I don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, religion, and I mean, I would go beyond that, and I would just say beliefs, right? Like, you know, I mean, the World War II was, you know, this whole, you know, the whole desire to destroy an entire civilization because of a belief that they were inferior or something like this, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean, which is ridiculous.
And it was other stuff too, like Hitler was telling people that the Jewish people were hoarding like all the money, and they were the top of the like.
But it's just
business.
lies, right?
Yeah,
it's just lies, and it's brainwashing.
Because Germany was in like a huge depression.
Yeah,
and they needed someone to blame, and Hitler gave them a group to blame.
Yeah,
and they got mad.
Right, but
that's why.
But do you feel? I mean, do you feel that there are similarities in the way in which Hitler and his band of crazy people,
the stormtroopers,
brainwashed that German society in that time versus the way religion? Do you think religion has some kind of brainwashing there? Like, do you think it's a little bit of blind, like,
I think
blind
in the past,
faith?
I think in the past there's been a lot of blind faith.
Yeah,
that has caused atrocities.
Right.
From a lot of different religions.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of atrocities.
Like the Crusades, there was a ton of atrocities. There was some horrible stuff that happened. Yeah. I mean, even what happened to the native people here. Yeah, that's what what were they called? The schools,
those
residential schools.
Yeah, those residential schools.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
More like blind following.
Yeah.
And it was kind of recent.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't exactly. This is like the 50s and 60s, and maybe in the 70s.
And the whole point of the Bible and like those rules is that you should like be nice to others, be kind, support each other,
treat others as you wish to be treated. Like all of this kind of stuff.
And don't kill people, and then they go and start killing people.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to believe in an organization that has done that in the past.
Yeah.
And there's been corruption, like they've sold during the Crusade era, and like during like more medieval times, they would sell pieces of the original cross, and then people collected all those pieces of wood, and it ended up being like hundreds of tons of wood that they sold to people.
Really?
Yeah, and you used to be able to buy your way into heaven if you had a lot of money.
Yeah,
you'd buy like a ticket, and then you're going to heaven now.
I mean,
like a lot of corruption.
So bottom line is that
the organization itself is tough for me.
Right. And if you, but on the good side, it gives people hope, I guess.
Right? I love the values. I love the morals, the values.
Yeah.
The good ones.
Yeah.
I love the 10 Commandments are all good.
Yeah.
And it gives people a group to belong to. It gives people a purpose.
Yeah.
To be a part of this community.
And to give back to the community and try to be a good person. You know what I mean?
Be good people. I have nothing wrong with these groups. They're usually always kind. It all depends on the individuals.
Yes.
People can get corrupt. Yes. They always have, and they always.
Well, and where there's money, there's corruption, and there's a lot of money in these organizations. Right? And they own land. They don't pay taxes.
Yeah. Like
there's no taxes for people that work in these organizations.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you believe in this?
I'm kind of like you. I find it hard to believe in this almighty, powerful being that's up there in the sky watching us, and if we're bad, we're going to go to a burning, eternal.
And it's not
place.
Just if we're bad; it's if you don't believe in.
Yeah, if you don't believe, and so on, and if we're good and we believe, then we get to go to this eternal purgatory, of clouds and angels and all this stuff, right? Like, where I think, so I'm definitely come from a scientific background, so I like to have evidence of what I'm learning and what I'm believing, and the evidence should be corroborated by multiple sources of evidence, and all we seem to have is this book that someone wrote. I don't even know who wrote the Bible.
A lot of people wrote,
right? Like who wrote this book? You know, back in the day. But
and that's the thing, is that so many people can just add whatever they want. Like
exactly.
there was no regulations.
No,
there was no proofreading back then.
Correct.
It was just everyone writes whatever they want.
Exactly, and also, like, to be perfectly honest, this book is written in these verses and language that's not even relevant today. You know what I mean? So
and the stories are kind of ridiculous.
They are. So, but that said, okay, so all of that said, I do have to say that there is a point where religion and science do meet, at least in my opinion, and this is at the Big Bang. This is at the birth of the universe, where there is no good scientific evidence that explains how this all happened. You know what I mean? Like everyone seems to think that this all happened from a Big Bang, right? Like
people are starting to rethink that. People don't think the Big Bang happened anymore.
Correct.
There's like a new theory that I'm not sure.
Well, there's a number of theories of parallel universes and bubbles of universes and this kind of a thing. But regardless of all of that, my view of life and the universe as we know it today is, it's really hard for me to believe that this is all just coincidence, and that we, the theory of evolution is that we all started from some protoplasmic goo on planet Earth that had all the right biological and chemical materials in it, with lightning or some form of energy to be able to just spontaneously create life, and there is no scientific evidence that this is even possible. Scientists have tried putting building blocks of life together, in a test tube or in a beaker or something, and let it sit there for years and shock it or put energy in it.
It would take millions of years or whatever.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, I agree, but it's like, but I think we said this in a previous podcast. It would literally be like putting the material to build an airplane on your front lawn. Yeah. And hope that over millions of years that material will somehow form an airplane. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
and it will eventually after like unlimited amount of time.
I don't think so though. How? Like my view is there are too many moving parts and pieces that require being precision.
Yeah, but
put together.
Unlimited is a long time.
Yeah, I know.
Forever. If stuff moves around in a room forever, it'll take on every shape eventually.
I'm not so sure about that. Not without help. Not without intervention is my view, right? I think there needs to be some intervention.
Because there is energy. Right. With a lack of energy in a room, nothing's going to happen.
I agree. But I still think there needs to be some intervention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, somehow. And not just energy. I think some actual intellectual intervention to make this, to initiate life,
or a simulation.
So
which
again,
is another option.
So this is where I'm at though.
Yeah.
So my opinion is there a greater power that somehow orchestrated the beginning of the universe and life as we know it?
Yeah. I
think that's a possibility. I think that might be something that we might have to buy into at some stage. There's no evidence of this, so but we're building better and better telescopes to see further and further into the past. So maybe with the next version, we're going to look back and there's going to be an eyeball looking back at us. You know what I mean? Through some microscope or whatever. Who knows, right? Yeah. What we are,
But going back to religion. People like believe in the Bible for many different reasons.
Yeah.
And like one of them is that the Bible was written a very long time ago.
Yes.
And is the first like
Written
real
text or something.
written text that was like mass produced and published and stuff.
Right.
And so therefore it must be the truth. It must be the like all real.
The God-given truth, Liam?
Yeah. Even though like it's been in the hands of like so many different people before it got published.
Yeah.
It's been rewritten again. Like it could have anyone could have written stuff in it. There's no authors.
Yeah.
At the end, there's no publication. There's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a book people wrote a long time ago.
Yeah.
No one could proofread it. No one could read back when they wrote it.
Yeah.
There was like a few people that could write.
Yeah.
So they all just wrote, passed it along. People wrote more stuff. And there's like, what about ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs? Yeah. Like that was written before the Bible.
Or the Greeks with all their writings.
That was written even probably around the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know, as ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
But like they had their gods. Why aren't those real?
Exactly.
What makes them different?
That's it.
What makes the ancient Egyptian gods not real?
I agree.
Norse, like every place around the world has had a religion.
Yep. And
which is kind of cool. Like everywhere around the world has had their own thing.
Because people, I think people, generally speaking, and especially as you get older, and you
start to think more about death.
You start to think more about your own mortality, and so to avoid becoming depressed about your life ending and there being nothing after that, people like to think that there's something more, right? People like to think that there's something after this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, whether there is or not is again, it's a big question, and no one knows, and there's no scientific evidence around this at all. But that's probably why religion came about, right?
People wanted something to believe in.
Yeah, probably partly to do with that, and partly to do with just to try to organize society better, right? Like to prevent
and to try to explain things that were unexplainable, and now they are explainable.
Exactly, and that's what bugs me about religion is that they don't update, right?
Yeah,
there needs to be.
But that's
there needs to be an update.
That's the thing, is that it's so old that like people think that because it's so old that gives it power. It's more powerful because it's survived this long.
But I think that's
so they don't want to change it.
Yeah, but I disagree with that.
It's like changing something that's holy. Which it is.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I find it just very hard to believe since there's been so many religions everywhere.
And I think we live in a more enlightened society now, right? We live in a more enlightened society, and we're much more globally connected now. There's much more technology available to us.
Yeah.
And it's not as if religion doesn't have the money to invest in this.
That's another I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says that you should be charitable and give to the poor and help people.
Yeah.
But then you look at the Vatican, and it's a city literally made of gold, where they restrict entry.
Yeah.
Which is super against like all the teachings.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a city with probably undefinable amount of riches.
Yeah.
Right. And you have very poor Catholics all over the world that are starving and dying and so on. But and yet somehow none of this wealth
gets transferred around,
right? So
it's
So and then wars. That's the other big concern is just these crazy religious wars. And again, it's the same thing in Iran, right? I mean, the situation right now, it's because you have these religious leaders that are fanatics that are running the country that are twisting the
the writings and stuff.
Yeah, twisting the meanings and the teachings of these religions to their own benefit and their own desires.
Because you can twist it however you want.
Exactly.
A lot of people say not to take the Bible literally, and there's all these figurative meanings, and
that's it. So that's where I'm coming from. I think that we like you said, this is our opinion, but and it's fine to believe in whatever you want to believe in, but where you need to draw the line is in
hurting others, when it affects people.
Exactly. I mean, and that even goes as far as minorities and for the longest time, the Anglican Church, I know that was what I was born into, wouldn't accept gay people. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that's ridiculous. These are human beings.
Exactly. For me, the reason I don't believe is a lot of hypocrisy that has happened in the past.
Yes.
A lot of people saying they're going to do stuff and not following through or doing the opposite of what they're supposed to do, based on their own rules.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's religions all over the world, some of them much older than modern religions that are around now, that have survived all the years, and that all say that their religion is the right one. There's so many religions, I don't know which one to believe. They're all options.
Yep.
There's Shinto in Japan, there's Norse, there's ancient Greek, Roman, which was similar to Greek.
Exactly.
Egyptian, everywhere had their own. South America, the native religions.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. There's none that is, in my opinion, the one right one.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel, though, Liam, like there is a religion that seems to have transcended, at least in terms of peacefulness, other religions, which is Buddhism. I don't know. I don't know much about Buddhism, but I do know that the people that follow in these teachings,
they really don't hurt anyone.
They don't seem to harm anyone. They seem to be very peaceful. They seem to be very happy. Even
it's a pretty recent religion compared to other ones,
right?
But I agree completely. If I was to choose a religion, it would be probably Buddhism or something similar. There's a few others in that. In that category. Yeah. I don't know if it's a category, but similar ones.
Yeah.
Where they believe in reincarnation, I think.
Yeah.
Which I like a lot. I love that idea.
Yeah.
If you're bad, you reincarnate into something bad.
Yeah, you reincarnate into a worm or a slug.
If you're good, you reincarnate into something good. And that could be like universe wide. Yeah. If you die, you could reincarnate into some alien.
And they follow like very nice like physical techniques as well, like meditation, and they believe in a bunch of things that are promoting human health and balance, peace of mind, and all this kind of stuff.
So don't be too like materialistic.
Yeah.
Don't hold on to things so much.
Yeah.
That it starts to stress you out. They make these sand paintings. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have.
Like these
intricate. And it takes them forever to do this.
Yeah, it takes days on end to meticulously. They're like.
And what do they do at the end? What do they do at the end?
Striking at sand.
Yeah.
To make a sculpture, and then as soon as it's finished, they don't take a picture. They don't wait. They just instantly start spreading it out and destroying their art that they just made.
It's unbelievable, eh?
Yeah. So they make these huge things and they just destroy it right away.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite something. I'd like to. We've talked about doing a pilgrimage to one of these places.
I'm down to travel anywhere.
Yeah,
just
go to the Himalayas and check it out.
See new cultures, see new things. Yeah,
exactly. Sure. So,
but bottom line for me, in the world, religion wise, anyone can be whatever religion they want. Choose whatever you want. Believe whatever you want, as long as you're not hurting other people.
Yeah.
Be nice to others.
Yeah.
Like support others. help everyone.
Yeah.
Just treat everyone how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
In general.
So long as what you want to do is not commit suicide or something.
Treat make everyone want to commit suicide. That's ideal. No, but yeah.
I agree with you, Liam. I agree, and I think that's a good message too.
As long as you have those values, you're good. I don't care what you do.
Yeah, I agree with you. Speaking of religion and we were talking about Buddhism and balanced mind and body and so on. Liam, you've started trying to change your ways a little bit in your eating habits lately. So tell me a little bit about what you've done and what prompted this. Like what's gone on in your life lately?
Interesting segue.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Yeah. No, I felt like I was just getting sick all the time and I was always tired.
Yeah.
And I was eating a lot of processed food.
Like what?
Like I mean,
ding dongs.
Yeah, ding dongs. Fried bread. No, but yeah, a lot of like prepackaged frozen foods. Taquitos. I was eating like frozen taquitos from Walmart.
Okay. So you were eating really truly processed food.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, not as meals, like as snacks and stuff.
Right.
I was eating like the Costco frozen pre-made rice packets, which aren't too bad, but I would add cheese and a bunch of stuff to them.
Yeah. But not crazy, like
not horrible.
Okay.
But I was still
like it's not like you were just living off of chips and cheesies and stuff out of bags.
I'd have healthy meals. I'd have coleslaw and salad.
Yeah, you're eating salad and and stuff like that
for supper and stuff.
Yeah,
but like for at work, I'd eat like pre-made pasta stuff.
Yeah. And you were also not eating very much.
I was eating a decent amount. Like when I'd come home, I'd have a big snack.
Okay, but your big snack for sure was
very processed.
Was almost entirely junk.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, and that was probably your biggest meal of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted to get away from eating a bowl of crap
because I was always tired, exhausted, always sick.
Yeah.
And I was tired of like always being sick.
There was a guy there. Just to quickly say, there was a guy that I can't remember what his name, but there's a documentary about this, who ate just McDonald's. Did you hear about this one?
I heard about the Subway one.
No, there was a guy who all he ate, he wanted to understand how bad McDonald's was for you.
Really?
And he ate only McDonald's for like, I think it was 2 or 3 months or 6 months or something like this.
Did he die?
He didn't die, but for sure
he got sick.
He became lethargic. Of course, he put on some weight. And his whole what he found was over time it also became addictive. Like he craved whatever was in this crap food, right?
Yeah.
And it was making him, like I say, making him lethargic. He was forgetful too, and tired and getting sick and stuff. So
McDonald's and fast food stuff for me, like I'll have it when I'm drunk. If I'm drunk, I'm tired, it's nighttime, I'll have it. It's good.
Right.
It's good food. Like it's good stuff when you're really out of it and you need some fuel fast.
Right.
I'm fine with it. But to live off, it's kind of rough.
And you were, and to be honest, I mean, and it's good that you're talking about this here. You were literally living off of crap food as your main meal each day.
Yeah, one main meal
for the past, I don't know how long it's been, like 6 months or something.
Been a while, yeah.
Okay, so one day, what happened? You woke up and said, "Enough's enough" or something, or
yeah. For me, I get.
Did you look it up? Like, did you look up?
Not really. I get these random like clicks in my mind where I'm just like, oh, I want to do something else. And I'll just have a thought, and I'll just go and do that like really hard for a while, and I'll just stop.
Okay.
Like in the past, I've been like, oh, I need to get healthy, and then I just work out really aggressively for a month, and then just stop after.
Okay. So in this case, what did you do to change though? Because
I was like, I'm always sick and tired, and I can never do anything because I'm always sick and tired, and something needs to change. So I was like, I know I'm not eating that healthy, and I'm always feeling that little ping of guilt in the back of my head,
right?
Because I'm always eating that way.
Yeah,
and it's also expensive processed stuff. It's kind of expensive.
Well, it can be, yeah, for sure.
And I was like, okay, I for the longest time I've wanted to eat like people used to eat, like just eat vegetables and completely unprocessed foods and stuff.
Yeah,
because that's how you're supposed to eat. That's what humans were built for. Right?
Absolutely.
So I go on I go on an AI platform, Grok. I type in, I'm this tall, I weigh this much, I do this for work. Can you come up with a healthy diet? Super simple, bare necessities diet that I can do. And it came up.
So you literally wrote it like that.
Yeah.
You wanted the easiest recipe that you could think of. So what?
From Costco. I made sure to.
Oh, and you said from Costco.
Yeah, look up Costco. Find stuff from Costco.
Okay.
Costco's super like price efficient.
Yeah, exactly.
And it found like the barest diet possible.
Which was what?
It was, and I couldn't find some of the stuff. Like it asked for like brown or quinoa rice packets that you just cook in the microwave.
Okay.
I couldn't find those.
So maybe those are only in the US.
Maybe, yeah. So okay. I saw them at some point, but not anymore.
Okay.
So I got minute rice.
Okay.
Like a big box of rice that you could just put.
Which is actually probably the most unhealthiest rice you can eat, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's just rice.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
It's pre-cooked rice.
Yeah.
But it said to put rice. It said to make the meals as follows. For breakfast, you eat 2 boiled eggs.
2 boiled eggs.
And a jar of plain Greek yogurt with frozen fruit in it.
Okay.
So I made that for the week for breakfast. I
now,
boiled a bunch of eggs.
Now tell me, how was your breakfast experience then? Let's just talk about breakfast first.
2 boiled eggs first thing in the morning when you wake up is rough.
Why is it rough? And I mean, I know why I don't like boiled eggs that much, but what is it about the boiled eggs?
Because I didn't season them, I put nothing on them.
Yeah.
Boiled eggs, when you, like the outside is fine, the egg white.
Yeah.
You can chew it, it's fine. The yolk gets all chalky.
Yeah.
And it's like you're chewing on like paste that they put on the wall.
And it sucks all the saliva out of your mouth, eh?
Yeah.
Like I that's what I don't like.
It's like you're chewing on drywall.
Yeah. That's exactly what I don't.
And it
like chewing on drywall.
And it coats your mouth.
Yeah, I know.
And you need water or you're gonna die.
I know. So I don't like boiled eggs for that.
So
for that reason.
I dip it in like hummus to try to wet it a bit.
You mean in your car? Like when you're...
No, right in front of the fridge. I'd open the fridge, open the hummus, grab an egg, dip it.
Oh, so you do this before, like right when you get up?
I wake up.
Oh my god.
Oh
wow. Okay.
So you do that, and then for lunch, I pre-made a bunch of like...
But how was your yogurt then?
The yogurt works really well.
So you gave me some today, Liam, and I loved it. I mean, I think but you did something else. You did the fruit. What else did you put in the yogurt?
I put a little bit of maple syrup.
Okay, and it's so good.
It's plain Greek yogurt. Fill up half a jar.
Yep.
A mason jar, a small one. Fill it up halfway with yogurt, plain Greek yogurt.
Yep.
Fill the other half up with frozen fruit.
That you just buy it. You just buy in Costco.
Yeah, I got the very berry variety from Costco. It's
cool.
Super good. Just that would be perfect. But I added a little bit of maple syrup, made it even better. Mix it up.
It's so good.
It looks like store-bought yogurt once you mix it.
Yeah.
And it tastes super good.
Yeah, I loved it. I couldn't believe how good it was. I was very surprised.
Yeah, it works really well. You wouldn't expect it.
And when do you eat that? Do you eat that also?
I tried it in the morning, but I can't. I'm not a morning guy.
Okay.
I'd get to the parking lot.
You'd feel sick or something?
I'd be so tired I'd just take a nap and then I'd forget that I even had yogurt.
Because you go to work early.
Yeah.
So
I'd start just eating it as a snack when I'd get home.
Okay.
So the second part of the food plan it gave me was when I get home I'm starving. I need something to eat.
Yes, for sure.
It told me to buy baby carrots and hummus.
But wait, what would you eat for lunch at work?
Oh yeah, lunch. So for lunch, I made these pre-made like meal kits.
Because lunch for you at work is at 9:15 in the morning or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you start at like 5:30.
Yeah.
Okay, so lunch is at 9:15.
Yeah.
And what did you have?
It was like a cup of cooked rice.
Okay.
With I bought 2 rotisserie chickens, shredded them all up, and put them evenly in all the meal kits.
Okay, cool.
So a cup of rice, rotisserie chicken on top.
Yeah.
Shredded up, and then I put, because that would taste horrible, it would just be rice and chicken. I put like a spoonful of tzatziki and some hot sauce in.
Oh, nice.
And that made it really good. Like,
okay.
Actually, not bad at all.
And what do you do? So these are all kind of separate ingredients in your container, and then you mix it all together when you have lunch?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got like 2 section containers.
Yeah.
In the other section, I'd put frozen veggies. Just heat them up a bit in the microwave, put them in that section.
So you'd heat them up in the microwave.
Plain, unseasoned frozen veggies.
How would you heat it? So would you heat the whole Tupperware in the microwave at work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just heat it up.
Okay.
Eat the veggies. Put the chicken into the
Liam,
veggie compartment.
the veggies, it just sounds gross.
It's fine. It's fine.
These are frozen veggies.
Yeah, just get it out of the way. Eat it.
Oh my god.
It's better. Honestly, it's better than hard boiled egg. it goes down way easier.
The hard-boiled egg is so funny.
It's rough. The hard-boiled egg is rough. So
when you were making those hard-boiled eggs, Liam, it was cracking me up.
Because I got a giant
30
pot.
hard-boiled eggs in a giant pot.
It took so long to peel them all.
Okay, so
yeah.
you eat the veggies quickly. You sort of close your nostril and just eat them.
No, they're fine.
Okay,
it's like eating water.
Okay, okay.
Then you put the chicken aside, mix the tzatziki and hot sauce with the rice. It becomes really good, honestly.
Okay.
And then eat it with the chicken. That's it.
Do you throw the chicken in there too, or do you eat them separately?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
however
cool.
you want.
But it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your lunch.
Yeah.
That's a very healthy lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you get home for a snack. 2 more hard-boiled eggs.
Oh god!
With the
you must have dreaded eating the hard-boiled eggs. I mean,
when you get home, you're so hungry that you don't mind.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So I was fine with it.
And plus, when you get home, at least you have stuff you can dip the eggs in.
Yeah.
Right.
Hummus.
Okay, because you
hummus.
were dipping eggs in hummus.
Yeah. Honestly, the eggs were the best part when I would get home.
Okay.
I was hungry.
Okay.
And carrots and hummus. So.
Okay, so you have eggs, carrot. Your snack was eggs, carrots, and hummus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have that.
Carrots and hummus. Yeah.
Okay.
That was fine, but I would still be hungry after the snack. I just got through it, waited till supper.
Okay, and then supper.
Supper was the same thing as lunch. Another container, cup of rice, rotisserie chicken, and veggies.
Okay, so Liam
with tzatziki and hot sauce.
Liam, tell me what did you do to put together your lunches for the week? How did you organize this?
I just made it all on Sunday.
You made everything on Sunday. You made literally 2 of these 14 of these chicken, rice, veggie containers.
7 of the yogurts.
You went out and bought 14 Tupperware containers.
Yeah. And
you did a whole production line. And then you stuck all of these pre-made containers in the fridge on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you just grab one
every day
to go to work, and then you grab another one for supper.
Yeah.
So you ate the most boring week of meals.
Yeah.
No variety whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start.
So now at the end of that, how do you feel? Because now you've done the week. How do you feel?
So after all that, with the job that I do, I was still hungry, so I was eating a protein bar.
But weren't you also having the yogurt when you came home as well? So you were eating. Okay. So even with the yogurt, the eggs, and the carrots and hummus, you were still hungry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The yogurt helped a lot.
Yeah, the yogurt was quite substantial. Yeah. It's pretty big.
So then I would still be hungry after supper, so I'd have a protein bar.
Okay.
And I'm not going to keep buying protein bars, so instead of that, I'm having a banana with peanut butter now.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
So that's fine, yeah.
So you'll have that as an addition to your snack?
After supper, yeah.
Oh, after supper.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a dessert sort of thing.
Okay.
And after that, now I'm just going to make 5 of those chicken meal things.
Not 14.
No, 5. Each lunch.
Okay, so now it's going to be just lunch. So that's okay.
And then for suppers,
we'll do different things.
Actually cook healthy actual real meals.
Yes. Okay.
Like that.
Which will have some variety in them.
Some flavor, yeah.
And variety.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more processed stuff for me. Is the bottom line.
Okay. So you've moved away from processed food. That's it.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
How do you feel after a week of eating healthy? Do you feel like your energy's better?
Yeah.
Do you feel like
I've been more awake, and it might be because I'm finally getting over whatever sickness I had, or maybe even eating healthier has helped my immune system get rid of it.
Right.
There's a bunch of possibilities, but overall, I'm feeling a bit better.
Good. So you feel like this is the way to go then?
Yeah. I'm gonna try to stay away from the processed stuff for a while.
Good for you, Liam.
How it goes.
Good for you. Good for you. I mean, I was a little worried about you eating those taquitos, and you were buying a lot. You were eating a lot of processed food, for sure. A lot. But this is good. It's a good change for you. So
and it's because processed food. I was so tired. Processed food is just fast and it's easy. You just throw in the microwave and it's done.
But you know why? You know what, Liam? You're not alone.
And it's packed with flavor. Too.
Yeah, you're not alone. A lot of families in this day and age do this, right? Even for their kids, How many people have you heard of eating Hot Pockets?
Everyone.
Exactly. And it's totally like terrible ingredients. It's not good for you. Yeah. But there are easy alternatives like you found, right?
And the spaghetti thing you make is pretty healthy.
Yeah.
He makes a spaghetti with like, the worst thing it has is canned like tomatoes.
Yeah, but everyone uses canned tomatoes and beans,
It just has some sodium and that's it. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's still baseline ingredients. Raw ingredients.
And super easy to make. Like like I said, I'm really impressed by that yogurt that you've made. I think that's the
easiest thing ever.
I think that's a game changer, even for me, because I've tasted it. It's really delicious. And that chicken meal, I mean, it's
fine.
You just
literally, it has enough flavor with the tzatziki and the hot sauce.
Exactly, and all you bought was a cooked chicken. You didn't even have to make the chicken. You buy a pre-cooked chicken,
and it's cheaper than buying like chicken breasts and stuff.
Exactly, so you buy a pre-cooked chicken, you buy some rice, you make it up, and then frozen vegetables. I think that would be a hard sell for someone raising kids, to eat those vegetables. But
no,
you have to flavor them.
No, you saw in Costco, all the big families buy all these bags of frozen veggies because it's quick and it comes with a lot.
No, but you have to put something in them.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You can't eat them the way you're eating.
They'll cook it with butter.
Because the way
season it at least.
Because the way you're eating them is like basically straight out of the bag.
But it's fine
from a microwave.
Like you eat the boiled egg in the morning and then anything tastes good after that.
Well, Liam, this is a good way for us to end this episode. I think you hopefully have inspired people to go down the path of, with almost no effort, you can go from eating very crappy diet to having an actual healthy diet, and for not expensive either. Like it's not very, very inexpensive.
Well, shopping at Costco is just ideal.
Like, what would you figure that all of your meals cost you for the week, Liam? Like, if you figure $100.
Yeah, a little over $100.
That's amazing for a week's worth of meals.
And it's like a week's worth of I'm working in like a pretty intense job where you're moving around a lot,
burning a lot of calories.
So it's a week worth of food to sustain that.
Yeah, exactly. Which is awesome. I mean, that's really good. So.
Like if you go to a restaurant, some restaurants it costs more than that for one person.
Exactly. So I'm it's very impressive and it's inspiring, Liam, that you just woke up one day and used AI to help you to help feed yourself.
I just needed a baseline. The AI was the baseline. Yeah. And then once it gives you that, you add healthy stuff to it. Okay. Yeah. This week I'm adding. I made my own pickled onions. And
that's awesome.
I'm gonna add that to the meal.
Yeah, so you looked up how to make pickled onions, and you made your pickled onions.
Honestly, they're pretty good. Like they add a lot of flavor to this stuff, and they're not that unhealthy.
It's great. Good job, Liam. Well, that concludes our episode 9. That was an awesome discussion. We have lots of other things to talk about. We hope that we weren't too controversial with some of the topics.
Don't be mad at us.
Don't be mad. Don't shoot the messenger.
It's just entirely our opinion.
Exactly. But I am Sean,
and I'm Liam,
and
this was the Canaba podcast.
The Canaba podcast.
The Canaba podcast.
Take care, everybody.